Hello, I'm Freelander. Welcome to the Game Trove. Today we are taking a look at Army of Tactics, part of the Army of Fortune Metaverse. It's a real-time auto battler with 5 rounds, best of 5 wins. Tie is a draw, where basically both combatants lose. So we'll get right into it. This is going to be the beginner strategy guide for getting going in the game, and just to give you some tips and tricks that will help out. So as you can see here, I've got a line. These are the basic units you start with. Very basic. I threw him in there because I kind of panicked a little bit during this match. This is against an AI. I've got my tanks up front. They're just a normal melee guy that has an average health. And then I've got my line of damage dealers behind my archers. And I think this turned out well for me. They had more advanced units, but still using a basic strategy like this, I was able to conquer. So very, very basic strategy here with tanks in front and damage dealing behind. So, you can see down here is my mana. Sorry, the thing is in the way. Oh, there we go. There we go. My mana is down at the bottom. You want to keep pace with mana. I'm using all my mana to win this battle here, down to 0 or 1 from 100. So, if he spent less, he might have the advantage next round, and I didn't even win it. So now we're tied up, and oh boy. So I'm going to try to win this one. I'm hoping he spent all of his mana, and I'm not going to do any more than that because he didn't throw out much. He had probably 15 mana to spend because he probably spent all his mana on the last round. If you win, you get 15 mana. If you lose, you get 25. So the loser of each round has an advantage. In that regard, if both players spend most mana, the player that lost the last round is most likely to win the next round. But you also have to choose whether you want to win a round or not. Okay, because I just won a round. So I'm up 2-1. So he can win this next one, and then I can win the one after that. So I'm trying to build back up my mana because he just spent mana. He just spent like 20 mana on that last round to win it, and only got 15, whereas I spent 0 and got 25. So I was up on him by yeah, he was -5 for that round, and I was positive like 50. Well, no, I was positive 25, but I already had stocked up a little bit from the time before. And see, I was able just to crush him because he was out of mana. Manaflow is arguably the most important thing in this game. If you don't have Manaflow right, it doesn't matter what units you have. You are not going to do well. Now, I'm using slightly more advanced units, and you can tell how they have advantages over the basic units in this. Yep. All right, so another AI. This time I've got beefier tanks. These are like half the health of dragons, but these and dragons are the most health tanks in the game, just for one unit. And you can see I have my line of DPS, or my line of tanks to soak their damage, and then I have some support units. They work okay. They slow down the enemy. So all these guys right here are now firing slower, which helped me. Those only cost 3, so they weren't able to damage me as quickly, and I was just able to pick them off. The AI in this is better sometimes than others, so this AI isn't all that smart in that they don't have any tanks up front. So see how I'm trying to save at least a little mana down here each round if I think I'm going to win it without spending it. Now, one thing you'll find when you fight real players is that last few seconds on the clock, they might drop something big like a dragon or something, or just the right counter to one of your units to drag it down. Just right before you, so right as it hits 0 on the placement timer here, so that you can't react to it. See, now I'm trying some swarm guys, and you'll see why it's not a good idea to place your swarm guys first. I've never been that effective at using swarm. If somebody has ideas about how to use swarm very well, let me know. And the other thing I wanted to mention, oh yes, placement. So when you're placing your troops, I usually want to start with placing my tanks because they're the ones that the health really, really matters. That's health bonus. So they have a standard amount of health and then this plus 100%, so they're twice as healthy at the very start. And then they're losing 20% as the starting timer goes on. And then I just clicked ready. So placing your tanks first is most important, or anything that you think is going to take fire. Your DPS usually is squishy anyway, so if something hits it, it's usually dead anyway. The 100% health bonus won't usually help all that much, especially in comparison to the tanks. So the only exception is if you're really trying to throw off your opponent and just place a specific type of unit right before the start of the match or the start of the round. So those are a few basics how to play the game. Just gonna go through a couple of other huge things. So I'm on Island 5. You lower level islands usually have an iron and usually have wood, so those are free. I'm using that to get a nail. Sawmill hair, those are usually free. See, I don't have enough nail for that. And you have limited space in your warehouse here, I think is the next thing I'm going to show you. Oh, no. Okay, so, oh, there we go. Oh, sorry, guys. Anyway, you have your warehouse where you have limited space. You have orders that your islanders fill. Until you're a really high level island, it might not be prudent to upgrade your buildings if you're doing well and progressing, because if you're having trouble progressing, it might be good to upgrade these so that you have more AFC flow. But getting to that last island is usually a quick process, and the buildings you build might not pay themselves back. Couple more things. Don't keep a large amount of AFC in your, like, large to the amount you need to start the next match. So if you're on Island 1 especially, keep keep say keep say 10 or maybe even 20 AFC around. Don't spend it on upgrading units until you have what you need to upgrade plus the 20, because you don't want to run completely out of AFC unless you're planning on spending on the game right now. Because once you're out, and you have to buy more. I would not financial advice, but it's not financial advice. But if you're liking the game and everything, the you can get so many tokens as of the 16th of October 2023. You can get so many tokens for like $5-10. So really good deal right now. Really good deal right now. So worth the money in my opinion. But if you're not up for the $10 right now, don't run out of tokens. So keep a healthy supply in your inventory. There was one more thing I wanted to touch on. Oh, quests. I don't have any right now, but they show up here. Very important to complete those quests, preferably before you move to the next island, because that's how you get new units in your deck. Not sure if nope. So this is my deck right here, but you also have a lot more units to choose from. And how you get the more powerful units is you complete the quests. And so they'll pop up right here, and that might be a reason to to upgrade a facility, because you need to complete a quest. Quests are almost the most important thing about progressing in the game, because you want those more powerful units as you face tougher and tougher enemies, tougher and tougher players that have those units. All right. Hopefully this made sense. Hopefully it helped you be a better player, and I will catch you later, Freelander.